Welcome everyone to the episode of the Definitive Crusade. I'm your host, joining the machine, Hughes, and on this fine summery day, who else would you expect to have join me than the lovely Freyja?
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah,
It's going great.
weather suiting.
Yeah,
Weather-
it's been in the hundreds, so it's been very summery.
Yeah, me too. We've had bonkers weathers.
Yeah,
Weather.
I was seeing that you guys are like feeling Arizona heat right now. So
we're feeling the pain right now. Before we get going into the books, just a couple of birthday shout outs.
Oh.
24th of July, the date we're recording this, it is my wife's birthday. So happy birthday, Mrs. H.
Happy birthday.
And of course, for all you DC fans who think, what the hell is he banging on about? It's also the birthday of Linda Carter, who plays Wonder Woman on TV.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Miss Original Wonder Woman there. Sweet. Fighting for her rights in her satin tights. As the song goes. Well, it's kind of apt that we were talking about old Wonder Woman there, because the first book we're going to look at is kind of like a Wonder Woman book. Kind of. For everyone who heard Freyja just go, ugh. I just wanted to put out there that Freyja picked this book.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? So, buyer beware.
Exactly. Oh,
let me give you some stats on this. We are actually looking at Artemis Wanted #1, written by Vita Ayala. I've probably said that totally wrong. Skylar Partridge is on art. Colors are by Romelu Fajardo Jr. and letters are by Pat Brasseau. I'm going to be honest. I kind of looked at this because I kind of pick books by titles, and I was like, should I? Because it's been a while since we looked at an Artemis book. I think the last one was when she croaked in Red Hood and the Outlaws, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. I remember Matthew absolutely loves Red Hood and the Outlaws. Well, I'll let you into a little secret, shall I? And for everybody who's a DC fan on there, please get in contact with us on the show, because I think Matthew needs to be chastised for this element. Do you know where he is today?
I should.
He's got a gig. He's got a gig where he's playing a superhero at a convention.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. Iron Man.
Oh, he's Iron Man?
Exactly.
Awesome.
No, awesome. What's he being a migraine character for? I'm going to take his DC cards off him next time I see him. Fine, good. There can't be a character, but man, come on. All right.
Yeah.
So, Matthew, I just hope you have a fun time, and I hope it's really, really hot where you are, and you're really, really sweating. There you go. Cool. Right, back to this. Freyja, you get a name check in this book, don't you?
Yes, I do. Why do you think I picked it?
I think Happy Quinky Dinkers is the case on that one. All right, so what's the deal with this book then?
All right, so this book kind of follows the aftermath of the Wonder Woman special, I guess, that we actually talked about and I picked. So, so it's just a continuation aftermath story. This comic, I was kind of liking it for a bit. Is it a one-off? I didn't even look that up. I probably should have. Is it just?
I think it's classed as a one-off. I think it's
a one-off. Okay, that would explain the pacing issues within this book. Because it was doing good. She has like a nightmare. She's on the run from Donna and Cassie. Yeah, yes. Cassie.
So she's on the run from two Wonder Girls.
Yeah, because during the Wonder Woman thing, she was in the room when the Queen I can never get her name.
Hippolyta,
where she was poisoned and died. So everyone thinks that she killed her, which makes absolutely no sense because she died by poison. She, why would
someone has to give her the poison? You don't just rock and go.
I know, but it's usually the person who's not in the room with the person being poisoned. So
yeah, that's his.
Yeah. So So Cassie and Donna are chasing her down. She's running away from them. She ends up in this small town with like these monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And a little girl asked her to help, and she's like, "No, I'm not doing that." And then, so yeah, and then she meets alternate universe me, I guess, Freyja, and the little girl was Freyja's daughter, and so it turns out that the people in the town, it's kind of like a werewolf situation where if they're at night, they turn into these monsters because of a curse in the cave, the mines, the abandoned mines.
Yeah.
Cassie and Donna all catch up with, Artemis, and they have a little conversation. And then this is where the pacing just completely, I hate it. So they go in like the fastest flashback or, flash forward thing we get. Because I thought we were going to have an adventure in the mines,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
It was kind of like the whole setup. They set up the whole thing in the mines, and then their adventure in the mines is like 2 pages, and then it's done. They don't talk about what the curse was or what caused the curse. Nothing. They just go in, kill the things. Freaking Artemis glows freaking fuchsia, and then she brought the girl back. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
They didn't talk about she touched the wall. I was like, what was that? What caused the curse? Why, what's going on? What happened to the creatures that they killed because they're in there fighting,
Yeah.
And then it's like the end. Well, they go back to Themyscira and, the new queen, Nubia.
Nubia, yeah.
Nubia. She's the new queen, and it ends. I was like, what was that? What was the whole buildup with this whole mine adventure? If you weren't even going to talk about it, it should have just been her in the woods, kept Freyja and the daughter in the town out of it, have Donna and all of them, meet up with her, and then take her back. Because that's essentially what it was. Like that whole lead up was just a page filler. And then nothing happened. And that's why that's why I have an issue with this book. I was liking it. I was liking the build up, and then it's just disappointment. It's like a bad night out. Like you bring someone home and then they pass out on your bed. You're like, seriously? Okay.
And
I'll just let you sleep then, I guess.
Oh my God, and the pizza's bad. And I have to pay for my own drinks. Sounds like you say that with too much authority on that one there, Freya. Oh dear. Oh dear. I kind of agree with you on this one. I've got to be honest. I was quite enjoying the book right up until this point here. Before the pacing, you're right, is a little bit wonky. There is too much setup, not enough payoff.
Yeah.
But then it goes into this whole exposition bit. And you think I didn't read the Trial of the Amazons that this is kind of led from. And I'm kind of like thinking, none of this makes me want to go and read it. Well, and I feel sorry for those that read it and then have to read this again.
Yeah, because the main issue with that whole series, and I even talked about it already, was it was a 2-book thing, but sneakily you read book 1 and then you read book 2 and you have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Because you have a read list. You have to read like 7 other books just to know what the hell is going on in this series. And I was like, you guys lied. It's not a 2-book series. It's a freaking 10-book series or 12-book series. Just make it that, and then it would have been cohesive. Don't be sneaky. Be like, oh, you only have to buy these 2 books. Oh, wait, surprise. You don't know what the hell's going on in book 2 because everything that happened in freaking Yara, Wonder Girl, or, Nubia or Wonder Woman issue, blah, blah, blah. You have to read all these other books. You have to literally Google the read list to know what book to read next.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then they try to, shove it all into this, which is just terrible. Who killed her? I still don't know who killed the queen, to be perfectly honest.
Do you care?
Not really.
The queen, as far as I can see, it's all part of her plan. She wanted to reach ascension, and she had to do that a certain way, and that's what's happened. That's what happened. I'm not sure. Even after reading it twice, I'm still not sure who killed the queen. I kind of get the impression that she did herself in, with the idea that by having Artemis as a patsy, that would lead to her allowing to be ascended into the higher realms of the gods. That's what I took from this book.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
so she's doing Artemis to be beheaded, and then goes, aha, so I can be a high. That doesn't make any.
But then
sense.
halfway the book, she releases Artemis from her spell of silence. I'm not sure if spell's the right word. I think of another book that we're going to look at in a bit. Mm-hmm. And then that's where it comes to light that she's got all this. It's all been a massive ploy to allow Hippolyta to move up. So the characters have been played. The readers have been played.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's left is this. And I think to myself, I don't think I care that much about the whole thing. And if you're going to have a Wonder Girl team-up book to take on Artemis, why is Yaris not involved in this? Because she's clearly the best Wonder Girl. Although I've got to say,
she clearly is. Yeah.
I did enjoy seeing Donna in full anger mode, which is cool. I didn't mind the art on this. I thought Skylar Partridge did all right. She did, or he did, whomever they did. There we go. We'll be pronoun friendly. I thought the action, when there was action, was quite pacey. I thought that it's quite dynamic. I like the panels where the fighting Artemis and she's being all super quick and she's dodging out of the way of things. That one, yeah, there you go. There we go. And you can see how it's kind of structured, and that you've got the lead up there, dodging and everything, and the kind of clockwork panel structure to draw the reader across. I thought that was canny. There are some body perspective issues in there, which I'm sure.
Yes.
Is there Freyja?
Yeah. There's always body perspective issues.
There's always holding in football, and there's always body perspective issues.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Oh dear. And you want to shout out, or are there just too many to mention?
It's just.
Too many
I'm tired sometimes. I don't know. It's just sometimes she has like bulky, muscular arms, and her arms are sticky, and then it's just her hair is just has a mind of its own, man. It's just, and also it's just, I don't know if it's just me, but like her chest side, not like her breasts, but like her actual like chest.
Yeah. This
seems
the top
to
half.
like. I was like, is it? Sometimes it seems super bulky, and then sometimes it seems normal, and then it gets super bulky again. Like it's so bulky, it makes her head look small in some panels. Like, and then sometimes it looks normal. It's just kind of just little nitpicks like that. I'm like, but it's nothing like what we got in some previous books. So I didn't bring it up because we have seen so much worse. Yeah. And then it's just, but. Why was Cassie there? Why was Cassie even in this? So I know, but
the book reads well right up until Hippolyta comes in. As I said, once we get into the Hippolyta stuff, it still gets like this. I mean, how many words are in those balloons there? It's
so wordy.
Are you kidding me? Really? Another thing, I will say this. I'm not sure I've said it before. Cassie Sandsmark. There is always an issue with her costume, her outfit, right? I get people don't want teens to be sexualized. I get that, and I understand that, all right? But the answer to it isn't to do this, for Christ's sakes. This is awful. Her current.
Let's slap a jacket on it.
Yeah, and the tights and they're not even tights. I don't think they're those. Like, I don't know what do you call those things, like not tight. Honestly, leggings. There you go. And a Converse, leggings. And then like a Floyd skirt. I'm like, come on, she's not a skater girl,
I know.
And at no point has she ever been shown to be a skater girl. Has she been drawn sexy in other places? Yeah. Is there a happy medium between the two? Yeah.
Yes.
Is this it?
No.
No. You know,
Yeah,
and
it's
I agree with things you've said in the past that we read comic books because we want to see good art, we want to see attractive people, and all that sort of stuff. You know,
yeah,
that's not a bad thing.
it's the
It's just
same thing like when we watch movies. We don't want to see ugly people making out on the screen. We could do
yeah.
that in real life. We want to see overly attractive people.
Can we stop talking about your bad dates?
I know, right? I mean, the same thing with video games. I don't like the only time I would make a hideous character is if I wanted to do stupid crap because I think it's funny and I want to laugh. You know, I usually try to make them as attractive as possible because I'm going to be staring at them for like 40 plus hours, you know?
Yeah.
And it's an escapism. I know that this isn't real. You know, you're telling me Superman isn't real? We don't have a space alien flying around saving the day, shooting lasers out of his eyes? You know, it's stupid. Like, well, it's not real. People don't look like that. I'm like, yeah, real people don't fly through the air either. You know, it's stupid.
The thing
realism in comics is just like, yeah, you need a realism to a degree. But if you're being like, well, you know, people don't look like that, I'm like, I don't freaking care. That's the whole point. You know?
I get the argument. I see both sides, but I happen to know some attractive people and you know, some attractive women, and my attractive women friends come in all sorts of shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
you know, some of them have big boobs, some of them have toned legs, some of them don't. You know, I think comics should represent. If we're talking about comics representing a diverse populace, if you're talking about ethnicity and all the other things that go in comic books, then you know what? We shouldn't be sizist. You know, women with big boobs exist. Guys with big chests exist.
Oh yeah, you go to a gym. Just go to a gym.
Yeah. Guys with long flowing locks exist.
Yep, I've seen them before. Yeah, I actually I know
a guy with me. How dare you?
Yeah, I know a guy who he cosplayed as Jason Momoa Aquaman, so he grew his hair out and he looked really good. And now he has dyed his hair and he's doing Thor, and he looks really good. And it's all real. It's real hair. It's real chest muscles because he goes to the gym. You know, when he's going to cosplay a character, he looks like him. You know.
Right. And see, Matthew, that's the sort of commitment you need to put into it. No, don't be putting a Tin Man suit on and calling yourself Iron Man.
But that's what Robert Downey. That's what Iron Man does. So Tony Stark is just a dude from a suit in a suit.
Don't spoil me picking on Matthew when he's not here.
I know. I also, with sizes, I'm getting frustrated when they're trying to cover boobs up because guess what? Women have boobs, and there's nothing wrong with boobs. You know, and it really feels like the people today have become the overly religious Christian pearl huggers from the 80s. Like, oh, we gotta cover her up. Madonna's so scandalous. How dare she? And now it's not those people. It's still those people. Let's be honest. But like now these other other people are doing the exact same thing, but they're saying, "Oh no, but we're progressive." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're the Christian pearl huggers from the 80s. You're doing the exact same thing. Gotta cover up the women. Gotta make sure those evil boobs and butts aren't there." Because who was it? Someone in what was it? They made her butt smaller.
Comic book?
No, in real life, they slimmed her butt down so it was looks flat. I was like, really? They did that? Well, that's stupid. I was, and I've been noticing a lot in TV shows and stuff too, the female armor. I'm like, you obviously have never tried putting something over breasts because it hurts so bad. That's why female armor has the boob things because it realistically you need to put your boobs somewhere because if you try to push them up against flat, it hurts like a bitch. It's not sexist. It's just realistic. That's the realism. I'm like, but now they're making them wear men armor, and I'm like, oh, that's gotta hurt so bad. So bad. Oh my gosh, because it's I'm like, oh God. But yeah, anyway, realism. I had a friend who was she's shorter than me, so she was smaller than 5'7". Her chest size was an eye. Like
All right,
they were
okay.
massive. And she's short. And they're like, well, short people can't have big boobs. I'm like, you have obviously not hung out with enough people. Get out of your basement, don't meet people because oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know, it's just but anyway, sorry. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
All right, so back to comic books. Right, next up is one of my choices. And I wasn't going to pick this book, I've got to be honest. I'll tell you the one reason why I'm not wasn't going to pick this book up. Since we looked at this the first time around, I went back to my local comic book shop, the Dial Night, and I bought all the issues up to date. That's how impressed I was with this book. I think we looked at issue 4, and so I went back and got issue 4 and like 1 through 3. Since then, 5 and 6 have come out, but I've been too busy to read it. And I don't want to read number 7. I don't want to read it. I don't want to know what's going to happen. But then, look at this cover, and you think, what the hell is going on? And then you read it, and then things become clearer. Yeah, all I can say is, and it has. If you can work that out, you got it. This is Batman the Night, 7 out of 10, number 7 out of 10. Written by Chip Zdarsky, who's just started writing the Batman book monthly, as well as Daredevil. Art and inks are by Carmine Di Giandomenico. Colors by Ivan Placencia, and letters. Pat Braseo is back again with more letters. The dude is becoming a bit of a weapon. Look at him at this, huh? So this is about Bruce becoming Batman. It's his early years of what before he donned the cape, and segue to some character doing this. I have no idea what's going on there. Yes, I do actually. I've just read it again. I know what that's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Cool up there. And then I see this, and he's in a tank, and I'm thinking, a magic trick. Magic and Bruce. That can only mean one thing, right?
Satana.
Fishnet time! Although,
yeah, she didn't have fishnets though.
There's no fishnets on that. But you know what? I'm going to let that slide on this occasion.
Yeah.
This book, for me, is glorious. It reads brilliantly. I love the characterization of young Bruce. I love how he's still on track with his mission. Not overly wild of the characterization of down on his luck, John Zatanna, but there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Zatanna has looked as good as this, unless you count the DC Vampires Victorian era version of her. She looks great.
I love the outfit. It's fantastic. It's feminine, but
yeah,
it's
I love the arms on it.
I love the sleeves. They're great.
Very witchy. If from a layman's point of view, she looks great. The colors. I know we say this a lot as a joke, but the colors are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
This book just reads brilliant. And then, of course, you get Bruce is awoken to the actual fact that magic does exist, and he does his normal Bruce thing and try to control it. But the payoff at the end is just brilliant, where he works out that if he uses magic, then everything he's learnt to this point will just go away. And the last sentiment is like, John, show me some magic. Tell me about my parents. And that's Bruce at his core. And for a book like this, that sort of delves into the different versions of Bruce's training, I think that's just fantastic. It's a well-written piece of work that just, for me, is heads and tails about anything else we've seen this week. In fact, heads and tails over everything for a couple of months, to be honest. This series has just been the bomb. I love that whole Legends of the Dark Knight stuff, where he's like just before he starts becoming who we know he's going to become, And this book just has that in spades. Colors when they're doing the incantation, hell, the whole thing. I don't have a bad word to say about this book at all. So, Freyja, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I really like this book a lot. I like the use of shadows in this book and the lighting. Like it's just great. The highlights and the shadows were fantastic. They weren't too like overdone in my opinion. Like there's even things like in the shadows reflecting on their faces, so it's not like just a square or anything. There's usually something there, and like I love the relationship between Bruce and Zatanna. And I'm happy we're getting his other relationships because I'm really sick of Catwoman. She's been overdone like Joker at this point. In the beginning, it kind of feels disjointed, but then when you get in, it makes more sense. So you just have to be like, oh, okay, that makes all right. Yeah, that's what that was. But I like the demon. I love the colors, like you said, they're very well utilized, and like the magic part in particular, like when John does like his whole like the sigil thing. I love those panels. They're fantastic. I also really like where is it?
Don't the sigils remind you of Fate?
They remind me of Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate, yeah.
All he needs to do is do this now when he's there, isn't he?
Yeah. But I've always been a fan of like the magic stuff, like the sigils and everything. I always think they're so cool in different mediums and whatnot. Because they do that in manga and stuff too, like the sigils, and they're so cool looking. But I also I like their conversation about magic. It is well written. It's just so good, and Zatanna's just freaking fantastic. I love that outfit. Something I would wear.
Let me just make a note of that.
I would totally wear that. I would.
Dresses like a witch.
It's great, man. The one thing that I was like, really, oh, that's just bad. It's just me nitpicking. It's page 6 when he comes out of the water tank.
Don't tell me his hair's not wet.
No, his face. It's like, what happened to your face, Bruce? Jeez.
This one.
Yeah, but you know, it's the obvious one because his face doesn't look like that for the rest of the book. I'm like, what happened to your face, man? But that's just my nitpick. Sorry, guys. But yeah, this is definitely a series that I would say to pick up. He kind of like, he's giving me Nightwing vibes, which is probably, but Bruce raised Nightwing, so, or, Grayson, so it would make sense that,
I could say he looks more like Dick Grayson than Bruce Wayne there, admittedly.
Yeah, especially in the part where he's turning and it's like a close up on his eyes.
Yeah.
That was when he's with Selena. Not Selena. Frickin' see, I have Selena in my head because
oh no, Zatanna. What did you do?
Zatanna. Well, like I said, Selena's everywhere. So it's page 8, 9 when they're like going in the alleyway almost.
I like the shadows here. Hide these eyes. They're cool.
Like I said, the shadows are great. Next one. There it is. Yeah. Definitely getting some Grayson vibes from that. But that's just me.
You gotta think that this is a younger Bruce Wayne as well.
I know, and that's why I was like, he really, like Dick Grayson really picked up some characteristics from Bruce, even though they're not blood related, man.
How did that happen?
It's like being raised by someone, you get personality traits from that person.
And physical traits by the looks of it, yes.
I know. But I want more Zatanna. I want more Tally. I want more just the girls in his life. Yeah. Other than Catwoman. Heck, even Harley. Just
careful what she wishes for. Harley's in Catwoman again, isn't she?
Yeah.
There being a thing. Or not a thing. It's funny because I don't think Zatanna, I don't have seen Zatanna drawn or written as well in quite a while as she is in this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of it's they just don't know what to do with these magic characters. I feel like we got Justice League Dark, but then it became a freaking Wonder Woman book. And the people who were in Justice League Dark, I mean, yeah, some of them made sense, but like others, like, why are you here?
Yeah,
like I like Detective Chimp, but why the crap was he part of Justice League Dark?
I don't like Detective Chimp at all, and I don't understand why he was given the sword to the that protects a realm that he never went to.
I don't know.
The Wonder Woman thing, yeah, I understand why, because they need like a big hitter to help sell the book. But I don't think, from a commercial point of view, the fact that there was in New 52, there was a Justice League Dark book that got cancelled when it got rebooted and stuff, and then another book came out, Justice League Dark, and then that ended up getting ixnayed into the back pages of a Justice League book, which, to be fair, the Justice League book wasn't great. It might have been easier to have a Justice League book, a Justice League Dark book, and put Justice League as the backup story in that. So I just feel there's a whole host of characters, magic and non-magic, that are getting a bit of a rough deal. Satana's one of them, Dr. Fate's another, Constantine's one, even though I'm not a big fan. Tracy will love me for saying that. But Black Canary. I mean, she was great in the first few episodes, first issues of the Deathstroke Inc. book.
Yeah, well, but that one just
that's like gone like this. I don't know what's going on with that. And part of it, of course, is it's stuck in the Shadow War. It was stuck in the Shadow War. But...
I don't know. Okay. What they should do is do a Justice League Dark book in Black Label.
They should absolutely.
Because then we could get really dark, demon-y, murdery stuff going on. Like
But does that stuff sell?
I don't know. Ask Supernatural. In their 15 freaking seasons.
All right, okay, I get that, and I raise you as a counterpoint. You tell me a magic series that has lasted as long.
Magic, like just straight up magic,
like a comic book a comic book series that has magic as its main focal point that's lasted for any serious length of time.
Nope.
And there is the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah,
that's the problem. Even Doctor Strange, for Migraine, with 2 movies and a big part to play in one of the others, can't hold down a title. So,
yeah.
What chance is a fishnet wearing sorceress? Although I did hear something during the week. Have you heard of the pop singer sensation Dua Lipa?
Oh God, yeah. What about her?
God, yeah.
What about her?
She's hotty totty. Rumor is that she's been auditioning for a Zatanna role.
No, absolutely not. No.
Yes.
No. Now, if it was just voice acting, I can fine, whatever. But no, absolutely not. No. Oh, so also magic stuff. Can I bring manga in, or does it have to be comic book?
Well, we'll talk about DC Comics, so I imagine.
Yeah. So okay, because like manga, I could name quite a few. But that's different.
All right, time for a break. We don't yet have an advert for your show, although we should.
Unfortunately,
we should get one sorted.
I'm not in charge of those things. I don't know who to talk to.
I'll speak to some people.
Okay.
In the meantime, you know what? He's not here, so should we give him a free plug? Yeah, why not?
No.
Right, you said it. She said no, Matthew. I'm trying to throw you a bone, dude. Afraid not. Crisis in the Toyverse it is. Here we go.
Yay!
You have it, Crisis in the Toyverse.
I love that ad. It's so really dramatic.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I tell you what, I look at that ad when I see it. I'm not a big fan of the movies, but the John Wick figure looks the bomb.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and I mean, suppose it looks like Keanu Reeves. You probably take his head off and stick him on a football player. It's hey, look, it's Keanu from The Replacements. Bending backwards, bullet time. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, cool. Right, next up is your choice. You're killing me.
Artemis wasn't that bad. It just plummeted near the end.
Yeah.
Took a nosedive.
Yeah.
Off the cliff.
In an invisible plane.
Yep. Just crashed the invisible plane.
All right, so here we go. This is Blood Syndicate, season 1, number 3. Written by Jeffrey Thorne, pencils by Tom Rainey and Chris Cross. Their daddy will make you jump, apparently. Inks by Tom Rainey and Juan Castro. Colors by Will Quintana. And letters by And World Design. Now, normally this is your pick, so I would normally let you go first.
Yeah.
So apologies for this. But I looked at this book. I have no idea what the hell is going on. And to make matters worse, there's Spanish in there, I think, and there's no translation. So I can't even tell what the characters know what's going on. So, Freyja, you got to save me. What's happening, please?
I have no idea. I do some of the Spanish because, like I said, I live in a highly Latino environment. Like over 76% of it, everyone in the area is Latino, Hispanic.
Okay, cool.
So but some of it, I'm like, nah, nah, I don't know. So all I know is that there was some time travel going on. And she's supposed to go warn them about this big battle of chaos that's just raging.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Of course. Look, there's
I think that's Static Shock right there.
Hardware, yeah, and Static Shock, yeah.
I mean, I love Static, but so this girl, Sarah, I think her name's Sarah. She jumped through time, and Maria's like, I think that's Maria. She's like, I don't know. Sorry,
Justus, we have looked at this book.
I have, twice. Yeah. Sorry, I did, but I'm not used to these characters, so I don't even know Cassie's name. Come on, let's be real. Yeah. So you're not my Sarah. Let's see. She goes, you're not my Sarah. So she's like, oh, warn them, about the demons, and she,
and then gets deposited back
to where she was originally.
Dakota City, yeah.
Yeah, and they have symbol swearing everywhere, so I got really irritated really fast in this book. And then freaking Maria is just popping up Water Maria. She even calls herself Aqua Maria. And I was like, so Water Maria, okay. I mean, Aqua Maria sounds better, but I get that.
I mean, I know what Aqua is, That's Aqua Pop.
Vámonos. Hola.
Arriba.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they just kind of repeat what they say in Spanish in English later on in what they're talking about.
Really? Why?
Demon, hang on. I'm gonna freaking Google Translate this because I'm just double checking. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but my Spanish is pretty crappy, not gonna lie. So I should have done this earlier, but you know what? Deal with it, people.
Let's do it live. Let's do it live.
Yeah, let's do it live so you can know how badly my, English. Okay, what is it? How do you spell this? I have to spell, and I suck at spelling.
I'm all right at spelling, but my typing sucks.
Demon noise.
No one's going to get that joke. It's really, really funny. My typing sucks. See? Socks. It's supposed to say sucks, but because my typing sucks.
Your typing sucks.
My typing sucks. It works better as an email.
So yeah, so the K Demonos, it is exactly what I said. So on like page 14, where Aqua Maria comes out of the drapery for some reason, he goes sorry, my Spanish is terrible, so I'll just
K Demonos.
It goes, Carlos, what the hell? And that's exactly K Demonos is what the hell. So, at least according to Google Translate. And
right. Like, okay. Right. All right. So here's the problem then. You've got a character, or you've got your characters, and you've decided that they're going to speak Spanish on the book, and that's fine. You know, that's totally fine. But instead of going the normal comic book way where you put it in the little arrows and you put a little translation box or whatever, what you've decided to do is have your character say, "What the hell, Carlos? What the hell?"
Yeah, it's kind of like La Llorona, the Spanish movie where they're in Mexico, and then they have them speaking, like, not the main characters, of course, but like they have the side characters and they're speaking Spanish, and then they say one thing, and then they just repeat it in English, and that's really freaking annoying. They should just either put subtitles or have them speaking in one language. You know, because if you're too lazy to do subtitles, it's just really stupid and repetitive, and I hate how Hollywood does that.
So I go to Mexico, and I'm going again in a couple of 7 weeks today, baby.
Woo.
Anyway, when you go on an excursion, the guide, or the girl guide, whomever it is, tells everybody what's going on in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
The last time we went on an excursion, we were the only English people on there. So there was, so he told it in Spanish. There were a lot of French people for some reason. So he said it all in French. By the time I'd heard it twice in 2 different languages, I was like, you know what? I think I've got it. Yeah. I know enough of both languages to work out what it is you're telling me. But then he repeated it again in English. And that's fine when it's things like, don't pet the shark because it's going to bite your hand. Yeah, that's
don't
fine.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. But telling me is a form of dialogue, you know, it's like, come on. You want me to buy into this book and you want this book to be inclusive, and all you've done is you've excluded me.
Yeah.
And not only that, you've made the character sound stupid in doing so.
Yeah, it's very one of those, we're pushing for exclusivity, but we're excluding people who don't know Spanish, which honestly is even a lot of Latino people. Like, I know, like, a lot of kids, like, it was kind of funny. At one of my old jobs, we had, like, everyone was Hispanic. I think I was the only white girl. So, like, so the boss, we had someone walk up and they're like, Spanish on the phone. And he goes, anyone know Spanish? And, like, nobody said anything because nobody is Spanish. And if they looked at them, he's like, I don't know. So, I don't know Spanish just because I'm Latino. Don't look at me. I'm like, okay, so that was just how it was. And so now, I mean, even freaking Monkey Prince, I mean, Chinese, they have Chinese, but at least for the most part, not always, for like pretty much everything, they have a little like down, oh, this is what this means, you know, sort of thing. And I get Spanish is a very big language that a lot of people speak, but not everyone does. And so in the act to be more inclusive, they're actually being less inclusive.
Do you know what? Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Art-wise, I'm not overly fond of the art. The demon stuff looks all right when she's the water demon and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But the purple outlay and the early doors just made it look awful. There's redhead girl here.
Maria.
Yeah, can you buy a bra, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you. The art is, you stopped at the perfect panel. I was like, I made a love-hate because like the fire and the firefighters look great. Yeah. But then we get to Maria and what the hell's wrong with her face? And like it's mostly her eyebrows. Yeah. Because her eyebrows are just they're just so thick and
sluggish.
It literally looks like someone just took an ink brush and just on her face.
I'm just having that. I mean, they're not
and I don't know what culture specifically they're trying to do, but the women where I'm from don't do the super thick eyebrows. They do the what they do where I am, at least, a lot of women, they either shave or wax their eyebrows completely gone, and then they redraw them back on. And that's been the style here for like my entire life. And like the girls I went to high school with and middle school with did it. And that was just the style. I don't know what they were going for with her massive freaking like caterpillar eyebrows. But I was like, I don't know what culture, because if they're speaking Spanish, so I kind of assume they're trying to go with Latino, right? But all the Latino women I come in contact don't have massively thick eyebrows.
I just don't understand if you've got. And I know obviously you can get them colored, so I'm not a complete idiot.
Yeah, you can also get tattooed. You can get tattooed.
But why would you have that color hair and that color eyebrow?
I don't know. That's another thing. I'm like, I don't get the makeup that they're trying to do with her. And that's why I was like, I don't know what culture exactly she's supposed to be part of, because I have never seen that. But then again, it might just be my regional thing, and maybe they do it in other places, but I never see it on any Hispanic or Latino person ever. I mean, but then again, I don't know. Is she supposed to be Latino Hispanic, or is she supposed to be something else?
I don't know as much about the book as I should to answer that question. What I will say about the inclusivity element before we move on to another book, in the Artemis book, there is a range of different characters in there.
Oh yeah,
of ethnic diversity in there, right? And
should have had Yara, to be
even without Yara,
yeah.
In this, there's just one. There's not a lot of white guys in this, or white girls, in fact. And I think, well, hold on. 1 minute you're telling me that the mainstream comics need to represent other cultures and diversity, and they should. That is exactly right. That's what they should do, massively. But on the flip side of that, comics like Bloodstone,
Black Adam,
should also Blood Syndicate. Sorry, should also incorporate the same methodology, because you kind of castigate one book for not doing something, and then promote another book for doing the exact same thing.
But if you look at Hollywood, they do the exact same thing, though.
Well, we're not a Hollywood podcast, obviously.
I know, but that's just kind of that's just what happens. Because they want, and it's even in like they did that kind of in the Black Lightning book and that Shock book, kind of not so much, but I
remember that Black Lightning book. That was awful.
And when I'm always confused about the whole diversity thing. I'm like, oh, so we just mean diversity of skin tones, or are we talking about like actual like ethnic, like ethnicity, or diversities? Because just because someone's white doesn't mean, because I was like, just because someone's white doesn't mean that we go English. Like my family is technically of Nordic descent. We were those people who came down from the Scandinavian countries and like pillaged, England.
This is why I've never had cheesecake from you. You've kept the damn cheesecake.
Promise gifts, but like only no. But like, because my family and it's reflective. But like, I was gonna say, like, French people aren't the same as like Spanish or English or German. Or Ireland, or the Scandinavian countries, or Russia, and I was like, or Italian for that matter. It's just that's why I was like, are we going like actual diversity with like someone being from France? But then again, no, because we're getting rid of Black Adam, who is like the only Egyptian superhero we have, and now he's a black kid from the U.S.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not, you're getting rid of diversity, because Black Adam, he was like, who else is Egyptian? Like, no one else in DC is Egyptian. And like really? Come on.
Don't let the Bangles know that he's the only one that walks like an Egyptian, please, for God's sake.
But yeah, I was like, if we want true diversity, we can't just do skin tone. We need to be like, well, this person's from here. and that's why they act this way, or
Yeah, that's a shout.
and we need someone who actually understands. We don't really have any like Asian superheroes besides, of course, the Asian Justice League thing that they had for a little bit that disappeared. Like I guess we do have Katana technically,
and Batman Inc.
and Batman Inc. But like, it's just kind of, and I guess technically Monkey Prince, but I don't even know because he's half, his mom's white, so I don't, and he's from the U.S. again. But like I said, I wouldn't mind.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
It's a mess. It's just a mess.
Talking of messes.
Oh my gosh.
We have time to look at this last book, and my wife and I, we recently went to see Thor 4, and I said, I know, tell me about it. And I turned around quite proudly last night in our local pub, saying, "That's it, I'm done. No more superhero movies. I'm done. Marvel movies suck. I'm not doing them again." And my wife went, "Well, I want to go and see Super Pets." I was like, "Yeah, me too. I'll go and see that." So because of that, I picked DC League of Super Pets, The Great Mixie Up, which, to be fair, is a great title. This is, let's see, this is written by Heath Carson, illustrated by Bobby Timoney, colors by Jeremy Lawson, and letters by Wes Abbott. You know what? It is what it is. It's not, I don't know what you want me to. It's all the different superhero pets that exist. Although some of them I wish they didn't. I mean, are you telling me that you can't do better Wonder Woman than a pig? Really?
Yeah. Didn't she already have a pet? Technically, it was a kangaroo.
It's a kangaroo, yeah. Also, just to point out to everybody that Chip isn't a pet of the Green Lanterns. Chip is a sentient being of his own race. Thanks very much. Can we stop calling Chip a pet?
Like Dexter? Well, we should have brought Dexter in, but he would have been a villain. So I mean,
but I love Crypto. You know, I love Crypto.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, I love that. Pop up and away. Oh, such clever. The book is bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. It builds on every superhero sort of idiom. So you've got Crypto being super naive and super nice like Superman is. You've got Ace being an absolute dick the way Bruce is. I was like, I'm glad they told me that was Jessica Cruz. But hey, it's the first time I've seen a comic book for the last 2 years. So, the Aquaman, again, I'm not sure what's going on with Aquaman. The coloring, was it supposed to be look like Jason Momoa? I don't know what the crap.
That's not Jason Momoa at all. He looks like that meme dude that's going around with the super chiseled jaw. What is it? Have you not seen that? Oh my gosh, like the Ultra Chad meme.
Oh no. What's it called?
I just know it as like Giga Chad. The Giga Chad. Look it up. See if you can find him. The dude has like the weirdest jawline.
Oh yes, I've seen the Giga Chad.
It looks more like that dude than Jason Momoa.
All right, fair enough. I didn't get the punchline with the Flash here. I didn't get it.
The turtle?
Well, the turtle, yeah, I get that bit. But this bit where he's like losing his clothes and he's forgotten his wallet, I don't understand what's going on there.
I don't know.
So I quickly looked through the book. I didn't read every single panel because it's a crazy amount of pages. And I would assume that the joke and the humor would run thin at some point if I read the whole thing, because it's not really aimed at me. It is aimed for the people who are going to go to the pictures to watch the animated movie.
Yeah, look, it's for kids.
Yeah, the kids can go and buy the book and like, oh, that's all heroes here. Look at that, great, cool. And you know what? That's totally fine with that. I'm okay with that. I like the fact that DC try hard to put different books out there for different audiences, even if they're bonkers like this.
Yeah. So, well, you kind of missed out near the part 2, I guess.
Because
when we get to part 2 or nearing part 1, we get like alternate universe stuff going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we bring in, is it a kangaroo? It looks like Wonder Woman. It's like Mixelplick though. Like Ace has become like a koala, and or was it Batman? Anyway, so they have become, and Wonder Woman's a kangaroo, and the Flash is a rabbit, and there's a cheetah. So I think he like or is she a goat? I think she's a goat, something like that. Or Aquaman's like a cat or something. And so he has like turned the superheroes into animals, and so it's just like a whole freaking mess. And Superman's a bird; he's a parakeet. It's in part 2, I think. It's the end of part 1 where he does it, I believe. I don't know. This book was so big. I was like,
yeah. Chapter 1 unleashed. Chapter 3.
It's an actual like book. It's
yeah,
it has well over 100 pages.
Yeah.
So
there's Super Parakeet. Oh,
Super Parakeet, yeah. And then Batman's a koala. And yeah, she's a goat. Okay, yeah. She's a goat. I'm a rabbit. Yeah. So everyone's kind of like becoming now that they're talking to their pets.
Yeah. Which is fine, I suppose.
I do like Aquaman being a cat, and he's afraid of water now. He's cute. It's a cute little like haha kid jokes,
Yeah, and that's good. I like that. I think, as I said, I like the DC. DC, as much as we turn around and we give them grief for a lot of this stuff, the fact is they've got so much different things out there. They've got the superhero line. They've got the Black Label stuff for people who want things a little bit darker. They've got that whole young adult thing going on, which is some people really love.
They have Yara.
I know Matthew loved the Beast Boy and Raven book when we looked at that one.
I love Beast Boy and Raven. They're like my favorite romantic ship from Titans. Yeah.
Well, we all know that Josh loves Teen Titans Go, so you probably have a friend. Go! There you go. There you go. So you've had kind of 4 up and kind of 4 down. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how you want to look at that. So that's us done for this week. Do not forget to check out the UCPN for all your favorite shows, including the return of
K-pop Cosmos. Woo! Yeah, I'm super excited. It's been a long time, but I have more time that I can actually do it. So, yeah. But...
And of course, don't forget to check out our sister show that drops alternate weeks to us. That's the No Price Podcast for everything that's Marvel, including the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the comic books, and Disney Plus. Okay. And if you want to try something that's a little bit more antique, you can always check out the Old Timers Comic Book Show, where the hosts aren't old, but the comics most certainly are. There you go. Cool. Freyja, thank you so much for spending the time. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Excellent day. Enjoy the rest of your day. For everybody else, I've been your host, Machine Hughes. And as always, adios.
Bye.